Hello students, let us start with a chemistry lecture. Our topic is alcohol, phenols and ether. Students, in the previous lecture we have seen about the preparation of alcohol and phenols. Today our subtopic will be about physical properties of alcohol and phenols. Let us first start with the nature of intermolecular force. The polar OH group are held together by intermolecular forces. Now you can see over here, intermolecular hydrogen bondings are present in case of alcohol, and even you can find intermolecular hydrogen bonding are present in case of phenols. Now, alcohol and phenols are very polar molecules due to the presence of OH group. Next, we'll start with the physical state. Now, when we talk about alcohol and phenols, in case of alcohols, the lower alcohols, they are basically colorless, toxic and has alcoholic odor. Odor means the smell, it has an alcoholic smell. Now when we talk about pure phenols, they are colorless, toxic, low melting solid and has carbolic or phenolic odor. Now these pure phenols which are there, they are basically hygroscopic, that is they are corrosive in nature. They are crystalline solid and they have low melting point of about 316 Kelvin and a high boiling point of about 455 Kelvin. Now the next is about boiling point. Now students, we know that boiling point increases with the increase in the molecular weight. Now what is boiling point? As we all know that boiling point is conversion of a liquid into a gaseous state. It is the temperature at which the liquid get transferred into a gas. Now the boiling point increases with the increase in the molecular mass. This is because the force of attraction between two molecules goes on increasing. If we start with methanol, ethanol, propanol, we'll find that the boiling point will goes on increasing as its molecular mass goes on increasing. Next is about solubility. This is very important. Solubility of alcohol and phenols. This is ability to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water by phenols and lower alcohols. Students, we can see over here, in the case of alcohols, there is hydrogen bonding, and in case of phenols, there are hydrogen bonding which is present. This hydrogen bonding, in case of phenols and lower alcohols, this is only up to 3 carbon. Then these carbons, they are soluble in water. Since they have intermolecular hydrogen bonding in case of alcohols and phenols, and they are soluble in water. Now in this, suppose if we take example of methanol, the formula is CH3OH. Now the OH part which is present, it plays as a hydrophilic part, and CH3 which is present, it plays as a hydrophobic part. Students, we know what is hydrophilic. Hydrophilic means having attraction for water, and hydrophobic means which does not have affection for water. So since as CH3 goes on increasing, they become insoluble in water. So as the molecular mass goes on increasing, it becomes insoluble in water. So, solubility is the ability to form intermolecular hydrogen bonding with water. Now here students will see about the melting point, boiling point and solubility of some of the alcohols and phenols. Now when we see about methyl alcohol, you have the melting point of about minus 97 degrees Celsius, boiling point is about 65 degrees Celsius and the solubility is 0.793. Same, if we go for ethyl alcohol, the melting point is minus 115, boiling point is 78 degrees Celsius and solubility is 0.789. For N-propyl alcohol, you have melting point minus 126 degrees Celsius, boiling point 97 degrees Celsius and solubility of 0.84. Next, for isopropyl alcohol, you have melting point minus 86 degrees Celsius, boiling point 83 degrees Celsius and solubility of about 0.789. Same way, N-butyl alcohol, you have melting point minus 90 degrees Celsius, boiling point of about 180 degrees Celsius and solubility of about 0.810. Next, isopropyl alcohol, you have melting point of about minus 108 degrees Celsius, boiling point of about 108 degrees Celsius and solubility of about 0.802. Secondary butyl alcohol have melting point minus 114 degrees Celsius, boiling point of 99.5 degrees Celsius and solubility is 0.806. Tertiary butyl alcohol, you have melting point of about 25.5 degrees Celsius, boiling point of about 83 degrees Celsius and solubility is 0.789. Now let us talk about phenol. Phenol has melting point of about 41 degrees Celsius, boiling point of about 182 degrees Celsius and solubility is 9.3. Paracyrol, it has melting point of about 35 degrees Celsius, boiling point is 202 degrees Celsius and solubility is 2.3. Orthonitrophenol, it has melting point 45 degrees Celsius, boiling point 217 degrees Celsius and solubility is 0.2. Same way, para-nitrophenol, it has melting point of about 114 degrees Celsius and has solubility of about 1.7. Now students, we can see over here, the boiling point goes on increases with increase in the molecular mass. See over here, the boiling point goes on increasing with increase in the molecular mass and same way solubility goes on decreasing. The solubility over here, it goes on decreasing. Next, we will see about the chemical properties of alcohol and phenols. Now, laboratory tests. First is about the litmus test. Water-soluble alcohols and phenols can be tested with litmus paper. Aqueous solution of alcohol is neutral to litmus. Aqueous solution of phenol turns blue litmus red. This shows the acidic nature. Students, alcohol and phenols can be tested with the help of litmus paper in laboratory Now with litmus paper, red indicates the presence of acidic nature and blue indicates the presence of basic nature. But if there is no change shown with both red and blue litmus paper, then the solution is neutral in nature. Now, aqueous solution of alcohol is neutral to litmus paper. That means alcohol shows no change to litmus paper since it is neutral. Now, aqueous solution of phenol, since it turns blue litmus paper red, this shows that phenols are having acidic character. Now the next is about reaction with bases. Now acid strength of phenol being very low, it does not react with sodium bicarbonate. Now here students, if we take an alcohol and react it with sodium bicarbonate, it will show no reaction. Since the acid strength is very low, but if we take an alcohol and react with sodium hydroxide in an aqueous solution, it forms sodium phenoxide and liberates water. Phenol can be reprecipitated on acidification with HCl. Alcohols are treated with very strong base like alkali metal, which is sodium, or potassium to give sodium or potassium alkoxide. Now if you take an alcohol and react this with a metal like sodium, you get formation of sodium alkoxide and hydrogen gas is liberated. Now this hydrogen gas which is liberated over here, this is used for detection of or the presence of alcoholic group. Now the next one is about the characteristics of phenols. Phenols react with neutral ferric chloride to give deep coloration of ferric phenoxide. Now if we take a phenol and react it with ferric chloride, you get a deep coloration. Now this color which is formed, it can be either purple, violet or green color. Next is about Lucas test. This Lucas test is used for distinguishing test for alcohols. Alcohols are soluble in Lucas reagent, but their product alkyl chloride is not soluble, so the solution becomes turbid. Now when we talk about Lucas reagent, it is a solution of anhydrous zinc chloride in concentrated hydrochloric acid. This solution is used to classify alcohols of lower molecular weight. Now Lucas reagent which is there, it is used to detect primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol from each other. Now alkyl chloride which is formed in this, it turns the solution turbid. It is due to the formation of alkyl chloride. So alkyl chloride turns the solution to turbid, and It is used in the dissection of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol from each other. Now, primary alcohol turns the reagent turbid on heating. Secondary alcohols turns the Lucas reagent turbid slowly, and tertiary alcohol reacts faster and the reagent turns turbid intensely. So in this way, when the turbidity is shown by the alcohols, it can be used for the detection of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohol. So students, we'll end over here. Thank you very much. See you all in the next lecture.